Aaron and Melissa here for True Stream Media. Check out this commercial we found from the classic age of television, probably the 50s or 60s, and how much different it is from the way this issue is treated today. There's definitely a loss of innocence.
Buddy, it's all yours.
Wow, look at that. Hey, what about me?
Try this one, partner. Looks like real. Sounds like real.
They sure do.
The Sound of Power military rifle and Western rifle.
This sounds like a gun battle over there.
Is it real? Looks like real. Hey, it sounds like real.
Right. Every shot, every battle sound was from the Sound of Power military and Western rifles by Marks.
Now, go ahead and take a look at how this is handled today.
Remember playing cops and robbers and pretending your hand was a gun? Well, that action got one student suspended from a Columbus school.
I feel sorry for even thinking about doing that now.
As a 7-year-old second grader at Pembroke Pines Charter, Sam Burgos was expelled. Sam brought a gun to school in his book bag. Not a real gun, this plastic toy gun that shoots pellets.
At least 10 students who attend Denver public schools arrested for carrying BB guns.
Kindergarten student branded a terrorist threat. She was suspended from her school in Pennsylvania for threatening to shoot another kid. Her weapon, this Hello Kitty bubble gun.
The school took this so seriously that administrators even ordered that the 5-year-old receive a psychological evaluation.
As a precaution, they placed the school on lockdown first and then on lockout, and then the student was later arrested.
But that creativity may have gotten Josh into trouble at Park Elementary School when he was munching on a breakfast pastry.
It was already a rectangle. I just kept on biting it and biting it.
He chewed the pastry into the form of a gun.
When his teacher saw his strawberry tart,
and she was pretty mad, and I think I was in big trouble.
That was enough for the school down there, who suspended him for 2 days for chewing his pastry into the form of a gun.
officials will not comment on the case, citing privacy reasons.
Don't move. I've got a croissant right here.
But Josh's dad tells me he was told that his son also said the words bang bang while holding that breakfast pastry. Bang bang.
He said bang bang.
Bang bang.
It's pretty clear that not only have we lost a lot of innocence, but a lot of common sense with it. These news stories go from absurd to just downright pitiful and sad. The fact that they would treat such a trivial case of kids playing with imaginary toy,
Their finger,
fake recess
their food.
guns, their food, to treat it as a real hostile situation is so absurd, but it's so dangerous at the same time, which is just classic of the absurdity that goes with tyranny.
And that's what's going on in our schools today, too. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they're turning our schools into electronic concentration camps. They have eye-in-the-sky cameras everywhere. They have whole security divisions that watch the school facilities. Thousands of cameras. They have more cameras in our schools these days than they have in some of our supermax prisons.
And yeah, there's been a handful of school shooters, but come on, you've got to assess the situation first, and that's not being done. They're telling kids, ultimately, they have to treat you like a criminal for having a toy gun because police can't tell the difference, and they're going to shoot anyone who has anything that looks even remotely like a gun.
18 law enforcement officers for a second grader with a toy gun.
What they've done in this clip, they've literally said the danger of a toy gun is that police aren't going to tell the difference and they're just going to shoot, and that could hurt your kids. Why can't the police use a little common sense and investigate the situation before even getting their hand anywhere near the holster?
Bringing anything to school that looks like a real weapon can create a dangerous situation for our students and law enforcement, as police and security could perceive a serious threat and respond by using their own weapons.
But sadly, we've seen that's not how police act in the real world. You don't have to look any further than the case of 12-year-old Tamir Rice.
I'm sitting in the park at West Boulevard by the West Boulevard Rapid Transit Station. And there was a guy in there with a pistol, you know, it's probably fake, but he's like pointing it at everybody. Probably a juvenile, you know. When he's right there by the, you know, the youth center or whatever. And he keeps pulling it in and out of his pants. I don't know if it's real or not, you know.
Okay, we're going to count it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
They killed this kid in 2 seconds. He didn't even get a chance to defend himself or tell them that it was a toy. 2 seconds. He was gone.
And we're sending the message that even pretending like you have a weapon is as bad as being violent and actually pulling a weapon on someone.
You know, I think the interesting thing, too, is that Tamir Rice's family's lawyer brought up the fact that in this country, 12-year-olds, they're not allowed to vote. They're not allowed to buy alcohol or cigarettes. We don't trust them with a whole lot of things. They're 12. And yet somehow we expect them to understand that they live in a police state where if they play with a toy, they're probably going to get killed by our police. That doesn't even make any sense. And finally, I think people just need to understand how this bodes for our Second Amendment, because these children are being terrified. They're being put in an indoctrination camp that's filled with cameras and treated like criminals just for showing up at school now and pretending to play. And you think they're going to want to uphold their Second Amendment rights after they've been terrorized this way as a child?
That's obviously what the system has in mind.
This sounds like a gun battle over there.
Hey, is it real? Looks like real. Hey, it sounds like real.
Right. Every shot, every battle sound.
I've also asked the school board to make a part of every day some kind of anti-violence, anti-gun message. Every day, every school, at every level. One thing that I think is clear with young people and with adults as well is that we just have to be repetitive about this. It's not enough to simply have a catchy ad on a Monday and then only do it every Monday. We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way.
Bang, bang.